2004, my second wife and I took a trip from Colorado and came to Kentucky to stay in my brother's vacation home there. And after a few days, we got a little bored, and Susan says, "Hey, we ought to go down to Nashville. We're really close." And I never even give it a second thought, and I'm a musician. I didn't even think about that. So off to Nashville we went.
Jump into the car on a Friday night. I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town. I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young. It doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like. There ain't nobody like. You look so beautiful. And I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down.
And while we were in town, we thought, let's go down and check out Brentwood. It was a town that we'd heard about. Brentwood and Franklin. Didn't know anything about it, but we thought we'd go check it out.
Maybe I was blind, known you forever while I tried to find someone that could be my great love. Right in front of me, I didn't realize you were my dream. So you took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like, oh yeah, when I give you every part of me. I can't believe
What we didn't expect to find was neighborhoods like we found. We just didn't have any idea what Nashville and the suburbs would be like. Well, we fell in love.
I'm just curious, when did you know you had feelings for me? Maybe somehow we've always known that we have chemistry, but always chasing after someone else. So this took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined.
So we bought a house.
And now you're laying next to me.
Thank you, Susan.
When I give you every part of me, I can't believe this is reality. And now you're
So that's a story of how I got to Nashville. What's yours going to be? If you're thinking about moving to Franklin, Brentwood, Williamson County, what's the best way to learn about a place? For us, it was just driving into town and going, wow, we didn't know. But the best way to find out is either come visit, like I said, or local news and having conversations with people that live here. We didn't do that. We just didn't do that. And that's what this live stream is all about. Talking about local news, Williamson County, Franklin, Brentwood, Nolansville, and we get to chat all at the same time. So if you have questions, pop them up there. We'll answer them as we go along. Imagine that we've got a cup of coffee. It's Saturday morning. We're at the kitchen table. We're looking at the paper, and we're just finding out what's going on. Maybe we'll find something amazing. Maybe we'll find something funny. Maybe we'll just visit. But it sounds fun to me. So here we go. My name is Andy Elliott. The name of my channel is Living in Williamson County, and my mission is helping you find your place. The goal of this live stream, like I said, is super simple. It's just anybody considering a move here, you can ask your questions and find out a little bit of what's going on behind the scenes. This is a wonderful place, and when I talk to people when they're calling in from out of town, it's easy for me to say, but I don't necessarily expect them to believe me just for that. So I just thought that maybe this would help. So let's have some fun with this. Now, what I've done is I've picked out some topics that I thought would be interesting, get things started, And after that, if you got questions, we'll just start browsing around and looking for some stuff. I found some pretty cool things that only you would get in the Nashville area, like Casey Musgraves handing out, selling snow cones. How often is that going to happen, right? And there was another country superstar changed somebody's tire. So it's Halloween. Let's start here. What do you say? Let's do this. Here we go. I think you can see that all right. Here's 5 happenings in Williamson County this week. And the first one I want to talk about is the Pumpkin Fest. Now, it's that sounds a little bit hokey, but the Pumpkin Fest, that's a big deal here. Don't try to drive into town during the Pumpkin Fest, because you're not gonna make it. You're gonna be walking for a little bit. But it's today. Started at 10 o'clock, goes to 7. Oh, it's raining out. Bummer. But it looks like kids get to compete with contests and get prizes, probably things like that. But it's free, and the reason I bring this up is if you've got family, even if you don't, if you're just a couple or single, whatever. But if you've got family, Williamson County is really family friendly, especially Franklin. We're gonna kind of go through some of the events that they have, but you just have to experience it. They spend a lot of time and money and effort making things good for families. So here's the breakdown on the Pumpkin Fest. You ready? It's a free festival, so leave your money at home. Brought to you by Heritage Foundation. I said that all right. For 36 years, so it's pretty popular. When you're driving into town, you're going to see all kinds of signs like shuttles and things like that. And it's not a hat. They've done a really good job. If you need to park outside the town, they managed really good to get people in there. There's a lot of entertainment. I'm going to show you a map here in a second. But there's a lot of crafts, arts and crafts, and tents, and just all kinds of stuff going on. Where to park, man. Chili cook-off, love that. And of course, there's the kids on. There's the map. I tried to blow that up, and I suppose I could, but it would blow up everything. But this is what it looks like downtown. So Pumpkin Fest, it's a big deal. That's one of the things going on this weekend in Williamson County. The next thing is the Spring Hill Trunk or Treat. Never heard of that before. Glad it was in the paper. Looks like trunk or treat event at Fisher Park. Apparently that's in Spring Hill. They have police vehicles on site as well as games determined. I don't know anything about that. More Franklin. Lucky Lad Farms. Let me tell you something. Earlier, it was last weekend, I think, that my company had a party for folks at Lucky Lad Farms. And they announced it about a month ago that we were going to do that. And I'd never heard of it. I was like, Lucky Lad Farms, what can that be? And it's like 35 minutes away from where I live. And I thought, what? And it's south. I mean, you go south in the middle, there's nothing out there. It's beautiful country, but it's not populated. And I thought, this is going to be a bust. So I drove out there to Lucky Lad Farms. I got about half a mile away. Next thing you know, all I could see was parked cars and police flagging people in and out, giving directions. I mean, it was so crowded, the police had to be there to shepherd the traffic around. It is awesome. It is for kids. It's like $20 to get in. There's food, but there's just all these games and rides, and your kids will go nuts because it is a kid's paradise. And I think the reason it's so popular is it is super family friendly. So let's give that up. That's a good thing. It's really good. I might even go as far as to say it's hot, because it was surprised the heck out of me. Haunted houses. There's all kinds of haunted houses. Won't break them all out. But if you're into that kind of thing, they're there. And the Lots House goes tours. There's I believe that Lots House has a lot to do with history. I spoke before about Franklin. If you're a history buff, if you like history, man, this is the place for you. So we got that done. Got that done. Here's something that you might like. And the reason I'm showing you this is kind of the kind of stuff that goes on around here. It's the whiskey warmer, which in the past was one of my favorites. I was warm pretty much all the time. But it's down in West Haven, a very prestigious place down south of Franklin a little bit. It Swim too. I don't actually know what that is, but down in Franklin. And the whole point of it is, if you go, you can sample whiskeys from near and far, chant with distillers, and enjoy some great local food and live music. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, a lot of folks are into whiskey and cigars. That's cool. There's a great place to go, and you'll be able to rub shoulders with some nice folks down there. They're really nice. Here's a little thing about Franklin that I think is pretty cool. Why that's not doing that? Oh yeah, because something about Franklin that here's what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of fighting going on in the country. I mean, there's a lot, and we gonna be honest with you. Williamson County sort of got beat up here about a couple of months ago because there was a ruckus with school boards, and it wasn't a parent, it was somebody else. Didn't even have kids, but nonetheless, there's a lot of fighting going on in the country. And one of the things that is going on a lot, and I'll stay out of having an opinion on this, but I'll just read a couple of lines in the article. It says, while most cities are addressing their Confederate monuments by having them removed, Franklin had decided to leave their statue named Chip, and that's the Confederate soldier, in the heart of the square. However, as of Saturday, the 23rd, that was a week ago, Chip, that's again the same guy, is no longer the only monument of a soldier in the square, a USCT soldier. I am really ashamed of this. I'm not proud of this at all, that I did not know what a USCT soldier was. United States Colored Troop Soldier. I need to do some more research, but the reason that I bring that up is because that tells you where, and hopefully I already know there's gonna be people on both sides of this particular fence. I get that. But this is the way Franklin's handling it, and I think it's good. It's an inclusive way to do things, and I just love it. I mean, I was really quite proud of that. That's my opinion. Again, there'll be people against me on that. That's all right. Okay. So here's the next one. Next article that I found. If you like Christmas lights, Dickens. I got to look that up. Dickens of a Christmas is one. Festival of Lights. Go downtown, and it's just a beautiful thing to look at. I'm going to check that. Let me check that out. I've got two of those. Let me do something here. There we go, right there. There it is. And the Dickens of a Christmas. They celebrate the holiday season really well. And if you're into that, again, if you're family, you're gonna love it here. It's really a fun place for that. But the Festival of Lights, that's just as fun. They're not even telling us what it is. It goes on sale November 8th, so it must be after Thanksgiving, I'm gonna guess. Here's one that's close to my heart. Old Chicago Pizza has new Detroit-style pizza. I don't know what that is. Does anybody know what a Detroit-style pizza is? Is it Bob Seger? Bob Seger comes and sings to you? Is that what that is? Old Chicago Pizza is over in Cool Springs, and if you haven't been there, Cool Springs, here's Williamson County. Cool Springs is down over here. Got to get closer. There we go. right here. This is where Cool Springs is. Sorry, it's over here. It's Cool Springs. That's where restaurants and shopping, and I mean pretty much the heartbeat of everything is Cool Springs. This is the Galleria Mall. Can you see that? Okay, I know it's small, but it's the best I can do right here. But that's where it is, and that's where Old Chicago is. There's lots of stuff. So let's look around. Let's look around. You ready for the Pumpkin Fest? We've got that. Waffle House is going to open up soon in Fairview. That's in Williamson County. I like that. That's a cool thing. Photo of the day. I wonder if they have. This is where they were selling snow cones someplace, and Casey Musgraves is apparently part of that. Entertainment. There we go. Oh yeah, check this out. One of the things that's going to happen if you live in Williamson County, of course, the Nashville area, one of the things that's going to happen inevitably is you're going to run into stars, celebrities. That's just going to happen, whether it's political celebrities. I mean, Kathy Giffords lives here. I mean, there's just a ton. It's a long, long list. I don't really pay attention to it. The reason that celebrities and Nashvillians get along so well is we make it our business to stay out of their business. You know, I mean that's we don't go up and ask them for autographs. They'll get caught by tourists doing it. But at any rate, Luke Bryant, apparently, Columbia mom Courtney Potts found herself stranded on Campbellsville Pike with a flat tire. Just didn't seem right. All of a sudden, there's Luke Bryant gets out, and there we have a celebrity picture of Luke changing a tire. What a nice guy. What a nice guy. Health and fitness. Let's talk about this a second. There's, I wonder if they're going to show this. YMCA has got a new, wait, I'm going to change. Look, here, this is good. We've only got 3 people with COVID in the hospital in Williamson County. That's really good. That's really good. Things to do. I think we've worn that out, right? Ooh, do-wah diddy fake. Oh, are you a runner? There are a lot of runners around here. Do-wah diddy 5K fun run. Come on. That sounds awesome, right? October. Oh, that's today. Probably done by now. Memorial Golf Tournament pistol shooting. All right. Conquer your fear of public speaking. I am petrified of that. So I should probably go to that. It's already over. So if you've not seen this looks different. This used to be caffeine and coffee. No, coffee and caffeine and some kind of fuel. I can't remember what it was. But now it's caffeine and chrome, apparently. This is where they show off. Oh, that's in Laverne. Sorry. Never mind. Wah. Let's look at something here for Williamson Source. I keep ending up there. Ooh. Eat and drink. I've got to find, where is Williamson Herald. Let's see what's going on. Oh, obituaries, don't want it. Don't need that. Seeing anything that you're interested in? Obituaries. Tennessee GOP lawmakers sprint update 4 elects new alderman. All right, we got new people, new blood in the Franklin board. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Again, if you're into fitness, YMCA, if you know, a lot of people are part of that. They're combining. I think that they're combining what was on Concord Road, up here, no, up here, Concord Road, and then Maryland Park, Maryland Farms is where the other YMCA was, and they're combining those. And so it's going to be a huge kind of a thing. It's going to be a big deal. Let's do this. See what it says in Cool Springs. It's 52 degrees today. If you like chocolate, good for chocolate. Hey, Michael. Hey, Michael. Thank you very much. You're very welcome. I'm glad you were here. Glad to see you. Trying to speed this up, trying to get better at this. Because you just have to see what's going on. Spring Hill. Let's do Nolansville. Nolansville is, if you don't know where it is, which why should you, if you're not from here? Here's Franklin, here's Brentwood up here, and there's Nolansville over here. And this is what goes on. Mill Creek middle students inspire their teammates. All right. Oh yeah, this is good. Earthwise Pet. There was something. What was that? What was it about pets? Heard about it the other day. Health inspections. So go there. You can find out what restaurants are safe. Hey, like any place else. Where is that photo of the day? Explore Williamson County. Let's do that. Luke Bryan. Tips for braces. Well, now there's... Never thought about that. About the time you put in an $8,000 set of braces, you get candy corn stuck in there. And I bet that's not funny. I mean, but it is. Ooh, top most expensive property transfer. Now we're floating. Here we go. 2.2 million. I think it's just during the month, right? October, what? 10 most expensive property transfers right October 14th to 20th. 6 days. There's some pretty highfalutin properties here in Franklin if you're into that kind of thing. 2.2 million, 1.5, and the lowest is 1.75 down there in West Haven. I'm telling you, I like that. I like a lot of those places, though. A lot of those folks are nice. Let's see what else is going on. Today's top stories. It's a couple of days old. There's a movie there was a movie that was filmed here in Williamson County. Camp Hideout. I don't know if it's a blockbuster, but hey, we'll take movies. That's pretty cool. Okay, has everybody heard of the HBO documentary, The Way Down? Do we need to get into that? Is that something that... Nope. Nope, let's stay off of that. Let's explore, just for fun. Let's see what's going on in Fairview. That's where the big news of the Waffle House is. Hey, judge me for this if you want. I like the heck out of Waffle House. That special is Superstar. Oh, man. Where is... I got to show you this. I have to show you the photo of the day. Casey. Probably spelled that wrong. Yeah. Bink. How can you not like that? I mean, she's this huge star and you're going up to get snow cone. I'd like a blueberry merry-go-round. I want a merry-go-round snow cone. That's what I want. It's just such an awesome town. It is. And it sounds like I'm bragging about it. I'm not. Just like from the story that I told you at the very beginning, we lucked out. We didn't know anything about this place. We were bored of hanging out in a dry county in Kentucky. And that's why we came down to Nashville, only to find out it's awesome. I'm telling you, and I continue to love the place. I do. I continue to love the place. I keep ending up in Williamson Source. There we go. Yeah, I can see why too. It doesn't give me enough. Got it. I continue to be pleased with that. Let's talk about style. Ooh, relocating to Williamson County. Boom. Look, do you have students, kids that want to learn to play music? Nashville has a lot of musicians, if you haven't heard. And you get private music at all levels at Sky Studios. Apparently that's new. You got lots of options when it comes to getting lessons from music, but isn't that cool? So John Rich, oh yeah, John Rich. I actually know that guy. I've worked with John before. John's an okay guy. Sold his business on the corner on Broadway for $24.5 million. And right next door, I believe, he has Redneck Riviera. Props to John Rich. He's a good man, and he knows how to get things done. You know what? And he's really good to his employees. There you go. Redneck Riviera. Wow. I like John a lot. It was a real privilege. I haven't worked with him since, but which probably says more about me than anything. But he's a good guy. Hey, if you're wondering about shopping, it's Galleria Mall. I mean, yikes. It's really, it has won awards. I don't know if it's won awards, but the Galleria Mall's pretty much got everything you need. Here's the Franklin Theater. Oh, Ronnie Crowell. Look at, oh, hey. Bonus. Franklin Theater probably seats 300 people, I'm guessing a little bit. But it has one of the best sound systems if you're into music and all that, which a lot of people are in Nashville. Shock, right? Franklin Theater is downtown Franklin. Really intimate setting and a sound system to die for, really. There's Rodney Crowell. He's just, some people don't know who he is, but behind the scenes, that guy is super powerful. He really is. Movies. They do movies down at Franklin Theater. I'm trying to look at, hey, that's a different one. That's a different McCain. Put your marquee on there if you like that. Okay. Franklin Theater. That's cool. City of Franklin. Are we going to talk? We could do that. We could. Let's see what they say. Pumpkin Fest they're making a big deal about that. You can pay your bill. Okay. This is cool. This is very cool. So let's talk about, here's two things. What time is it? I've probably worn everybody out and everybody left anyway. It's all right. This is good. Talk about style. Spa services, if that's important to you. Hair trend. Now, that's important to me. That, I'd like to get that feathered layer look. I'd look good at that, don't you think? Maybe not. Grace boot. Yeah, this prepping your skin for fall. It's going to be harsh outside. Here's the other one. Aging well. If you're in your upper years, there's a number of 55 plus communities, retirement communities. Now remember, I'm sure you know this, but there's like tons of different levels. I mean, you can have a retirement community where they do nothing for you. You just live there, you know. I think they might have food. But then you have escalating levels of service, you know, nursing care. There's several different levels. I can't remember them all right at this moment. But if you're aging, there's a lot of people here that take advantage of the warm weather. And in Franklin in particular, it's just, I've moved a lot of people from out of town that are getting older and into places like that. So it's nice. Let me look into that. I've actually got, for what it's worth, I've got a video on retirement communities. So go into my channel. You're already there. Go in there and look for Retire in Style. Retire in Style. So hometown heroes. Let's look at that. What is this? I don't know. It looks empty to me. Sorry about that. Photo of the day. Just a couple more and we'll get out of here. Bone and joint, we did that. Real estate. I don't want to search local homes per se, but one last thing. We're not going to look at that. Traffic. People talk about traffic around here. Listen, that depends. That depends entirely on where you're coming from. I've moved a bunch of people in from where there is traffic, like Chicago and Southern LA or Southern California. I mean, that's what they're used to, these incredible things. And people that live here complain about the traffic because it gets a little trafficky, but we do have, the traffic gets slow, but not often does it actually stop. So, and I'm not dodging the topic. It's just traffic isn't nearly as bad as people make it think. It's not all day. It's just during the rush hours and stuff. But here's my point. For the people that have moved in from Chicago or LA or New York, which may or may not be a good example because that's a taxi mostly, but people that move here and I ask them about the traffic and they're like, what traffic? You know, there is none by comparison, you know. So if you're interested in schools, I'm going to just tell you that schools are great. They really are. Kids and family, let's see what we got. I think we've done that to death. And it's kind of both in the same thing. Morning stars, I don't know what that is. Looks like individuals. Anyway, I think we're done. I appreciate it if you stop by. If this is a replay, I hope this makes a little bit of sense. I'm trying to figure this out, so bear with me as I go through the process. So, thanks a lot.